Oh my goodness, I had all the times confused. Okay, it's getting there. It's 3:57. Wanted to go on. I had it posted for 6 p.m. and then I changed my mind. And then I started confusing myself, but that's okay. That is okay. All right, today is Monday, January 20, and I know I'm off schedule. I usually go on at 2 p.m., but that's okay. Things happen. That last half of this month has been crazy. So I had to reschedule everything. Anyway, I'm Kathy with Kathy's Online Sales, and today is January 29th, 2024. It's Monday, 4 p.m., and I want to talk about the anyway, thanks for following me on YouTube, by the way. I want to get that out of the way. And then I'll have a giveaway in February, $20 giveaway. I'll let you know as soon as I get it going. Okay, so I wanted to when you're reselling, whether it's eBay, it doesn't make any difference. If you have inventory, when you post something, you have to put it away in a place where you can find it. So many times I have lost the item that was sold, and I would panic, and then I'd sit back a while for a bit, and then I'd look for it again. Eventually we'll find it, and it is usually in a tub it's not supposed to be in. So you guys got to make sure you keep, especially the more you sell, the more you're going to have to keep track of this stuff. So what I've done is put my stuff in tubs, and it's a small space. So I've got stuff in tubs, and I've got the tubs numbered. My inventory number tells me everything I need to know. Just the number tells me everything I need to know about this item. It tells me the date that I listed. It tells me who I'm listing it for, myself, or if I'm selling for somebody else. It tells me what tub it's in. So I know how long I've had this with that, just looking at the number. And what I do is, some people have different ways. They go by the space in the tub. I don't do that. I go by the month. So like January, the tub is number 1. I only do this part-time. So if I get more and it fills the tub, we can go 1A, or whatever. It doesn't make any difference. We can do it that way. And then, and the reason I do it that way is because I don't like to hang on to stuff. So when I have had it for a year and it hasn't sold, and I go back to tub number 1, and there's stuff sitting there looking at me that's been there for, a year and a half or whatever, I want to get rid of it. So that's my personal preference. So you guys need to think about that too. How long are you going to hang on to something before you just get rid of it? And it's 1 to 2 years from what I'm seeing. So it's up to you. You have to find your own way of doing things. Some people label their totes ABC. Some people label, they just do it differently. I do what works for me. And so when I pull that, let's say I'm starting on the second month, I'll pull number 2 and look at what's in there that needs to go, and either reduce it, yard sale it, donate it. It's got to go. If it's too old for, if it's been sitting there with no action, it can go. That kind of thing. Okay, and I wanted to share a screen. Oh, what is that? Oh, I don't want to share that. I want to share this. This dude has moved from his house to his garage, and he talks about how he's setting up everything. And I want you to watch it because he explains it so that anybody can understand. And it is I'm able to share this because it is what do you call that again? Creative Commons, so that you're allowed to share it and you're allowed to Creative Commons, reuse allowed. See? So let me show you. Let's see, get back over here. Okay. Let me make sure this is okay. Gotcha. Okay. So I want you to listen up because this dude knows what he's talking about and he's tells you about the shelving. And
3 days, I'm moving my entire 1,500 item eBay business into it. I have no idea if I'll be able to squeeze everything in, but I've got a plan and I think it's going to work. Welcome to Moving Day.
So the first task to tackle this is to use these spare tubs that I've accumulated and start.
The best business to start in 2023
I
is not
don't want
doing Amazon FBA
commercials.
drop shipping or real estate like most.
Start dismantling this entire bookshelf of DVDs. So we're all going to go across. They're going to stay in this bookshelf, but I'm going to have to remove it, put it in there, put them in the car, and then go and set it back up again over there. So I'm going to get into that now.
So while I started to pack up my DVDs, there was still plenty of work to be done at the new place before I could move in.
All right, so we've now emptied out the entire garage. So this is going to be the entire working space for this eBay business. Now I can't actually start bringing my stuff in here because we need to do one more task. And now that the walls are painted, it's putting the carpet down. So I'm using the carpet that was up in the spare bedroom and my bedroom that's been redone. So now the fresh stuff's up there. The old stuff's going to come down here.
Okay, hurry up, dude.
We're going to pull it down. We're going to lay it out. We're going to cut it out to size. And then from there, we can start putting in all of the shelving and all of the inventory that I've got at Mum and Dad's.
I don't think I'd want carpet in a place that I'm hauling stuff back and forth.
Our carpet's been laid, and it's been pretty well done actually. Pretty tight. I had to do some cutting and pasting, but this is all laid out. This is all going to be shelving, so I've got no concerns with the marks here. It's this space here. It's all open and all looking nice, and it's pretty clean too. Got the joins pretty much spot on. And then we've got the bookcase, the first piece of furniture in this room in place. So now we're just going to put some shelves along this wall here, and then we're going to put some desks along here as well to get this place looking like an eBay room.
Fortunately, I already had the shelves at Mum and Dad's place. I've been using these for the last couple of months and they were very easy to dismantle as well. It didn't take very long at all and I was able to get them across, no worries at all. I'll have more information on these shelves a little bit later.
One thing that will be stopping as a result of this move though is consignment. I've got this really large collection of tubs here that I've been doing for a lady, a viewer of the channel, and we've been selling off some of their stuff and it's been a pretty good result. We've had some good numbers come through on it, but just going over to the new place, I don't really have enough room to be able to house consignment deals like this anymore. So I'm going to go and pick this up tomorrow. It's going to clean it out of my hair. Hopefully they've enjoyed the fact that they've been able to make a few dollars off my eBay store. And I've really enjoyed the fact that I've been able to build up my store with some of their items. So
Right.
consignment, really good way to go about it, but not when you've got a small home.
Now he's in another country, so I don't know if you could get that shelf in here or not, or how much.
Now, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of questions about these shelves that I'm setting up, and some of the best purchases that I've made for this business. They cost $190 each, $380 to set it up, and it just so happens that I'm able to butt it up against that wall there, which just fits perfectly. And then coming off the garage door,
That's
there's
expensive.
only a small gap here that I'm probably just going to set up a few tubs, just go some tub height to the garage door. So The dimensions of these are perfect. Now, you can get them in all various sizes. The company is called Apple Shelving. So if you are interested, they're a locally Queensland-based company here in Australia.
Apple shelving.
But the shelves are just a massive game changer. I do need to buy another shelf to go here, and then I'm going to be able to stack an extra tub up there as well. So we should be able to go 5 across per shelf and 5 high. So 25 tubs per shelf, 50 tubs in the entire room. So I've also designed it in a way these shelves actually can adjust, so you can fit it to the size that you want it to be. I'll show you an example of how one of these
Apple shelving.
and just how much width I've got to be able to just get my hand in. So there it is there.
Yeah,
Perfect
it's in
sense
another
of width.
country.
And from a reaching perspective, I've pretty much just got a hand's width here. So I can just go in, pull it out like this, and it's going to be absolutely perfect. It maximises the space. And even on the sides, 5 tubs fit absolutely perfectly. So the dimensions of this thing are perfect for resellers.
Now, some people that just sell clothes
Here we go, guys. I've got the
are
first
putting
shelf
them in
stacked,
cardboard
and it's looking pretty
boxes.
Good. I actually didn't think I'd be able to get 3 high to the roof.
But we
but
sell everything.
Remember,
So
though, I do need to go and get this shelf put in, so it's only going to be too high in the end. The reason why I won't leave it as it is because these shelves, it is all based on weight. You can get ones that are a little bit stronger than this, but the weight that I've gone with, I can't remember the exact amount of kilos, but you do start to see a little bit of a bow. You can see how that pops out a little bit just here. So that does pop out a touch. So I think it's just a little bit too heavy having it stacked 3 high, but for now, it'll be fine. I'm going to go and get that shelf maybe this weekend, and I'll drop it back down to 2 high, but we do still have this to play with as well, and I've got a whole heap more stuff to bring over. But first shelf in the new pad, it's looking good. Now, as for all of these tubs, I've got a lot of DVD box sets that were originally sitting on this shelf. And I also had video games sitting on the shelf as well. But I've been really fortunate enough to get this bookcase. And this bookcase is incredibly sturdy. Really, really sturdy. There's no weight issues with this. And I'm thinking I might actually put the DVD box sets into the shelf as well as the video games. So I think that bookshelf right there might be able to house all of that. I've already started putting up my consoles that I've got that I'm doing as a bit of a bundle up the top there, and I've got a big, I guess, piece of just some electronics that I think.
the thing of it is, how do you know how old you've been trying? How old it is? How old you've been trying? Long you've been trying to sell it? If you have it just sitting on a shelf without any label or inventory number.
I have to put down right in the very bottom some really heavy items. I've only got 2 at the moment, and I don't plan on buying too many more. So they can hide down there. But let's go ahead and whack these video games in and the DVD box sets, and we'll just see how we're going for room.
Did you know that every time you check
Oh,
your
hush.
email, an e-farmer makes money? There are people out there, they're called e-farmers.
Couldn't have picked a better day to move into the new place. Guys, I couldn't help myself. I gave Apple Shelving a call, and I'm buying an extra shelf for up in the 3rd bedroom. And I'm also buying a couple of spare shelves as well. So I'll just complete it. I won't need to think about it. Let's go and pick them up. That's okay. So the 3rd bedroom, I'm putting in this shelf that I've just bought, and I'm going to need some tubs because I've decided that the clothing that's in the cupboard at Mum and Dad's place is going to need to go into tubs and be housed in that 3rd bedroom with this new shelf. So as you can see, I'm here at Bunnings. I don't know exactly how many tubs I'm going to need for the amount of clothing that I have, but I think I might just buy 10 tubs and just hope for the best. Finalise. I really wanted to do that today. I didn't want to leave anything still to be done. I just want to get in, be complete, and not have to worry about layout. So happy to finalise that. And then I've gone ahead and bought the tubs as well for $95. I'm hoping that with the amount of clothes that I've got, 10 extra tubs is going to be enough, but we'll soon find out. I don't know. We'll have to get back home and see. I think I'm only
I
realizing
don't know how
now
long he's been
how much
selling.
work is actually involved in all of this. I've got so much clothing to go through. I've looked everything out and I've broken it all up into sporting, winter, button up, and just casual tees. But to get all these into tubs, it's going to take a heap of time.
I've still got to work out what I'm doing with this big pile of plush toys. That's going to be a bit of work. I don't know how I'm going to do that. And then I've got all of this stuff up here too, just MISC related stuff.
You-
few books,
you end
few
up with a lot of-
electronics, few board games. I'm gonna have
what
to
they
find
call a
places
death
for all this
pile.
as well. There's still a lot of work in this room.
Stuff you don't want to
I'll close
list,
that for
but
now because
you have
I
to.
don't have a look at it. All right, so I've run into one of my first issues. You see, I've got all of this clothing. I've got a lot of clothing. It's all stacked up. Now, all of it are going into these tubs. And before, I only had the problem of needing to scan through the cupboard. And that was a very easy look. I just quickly run through. There it is, pull, done. But what I'm having to do now, because I don't have the cupboard space at my new place, which I didn't think would be a massive issue, turns out it is putting it into tubs. And when you put it into tubs, if something was to sell, that's going to take an absolute age. I know that my SKU system needs to be put into place, and I think I don't have a choice now. I think I'm going to be forced to sit here and go through every single one of my clothing items first. Shoes are still fine, they're easy to find in the tubs, but this is the real concern. So I'm going to try and fix that now. Look, all of this still left in here is pretty much just the finishing touches. The bones of the setup over there is pretty much now complete. So I guess I can show you the new office.
Drivers in Virginia are
Yeah,
ditching
if
their
you'd
car
stop having
insurance and
commercials.
doing this instead.
I got this car.
Look at that. I'm jealous. Everything's so neat and clean. But you see, it's taken them, what, 2 days or whatever to do this?
Welcome to the office.
See how
I'm pretty
happy
excited
he
about
is,
this, guys. We are now
'cause it's
complete.
clean.
I'm in, and I'm absolutely loving every single bit of this. It's pretty much everything that I had pictured in my mind. Nothing really has gone wrong here, and the quantity of all my stock fitting in rooms like this have been absolutely spot on. So very excited to get started in here. There are just a couple of little bits and pieces that I need to finish off. I've obviously got this desk that isn't going to be my actual desk. It's just a trestle table for now, but I'm going to go ahead and put in something like a smaller timber style desk with maybe some drawers on the side that I can use. And then I've got to set up my laptop as well. So there's a few little bits and pieces before I'm completely operational on a desk front there, but I've got my listing station set up and ready to go. Got the mannequin. I brought him over. And I've got my little shoe shapers over as well. And the box lights are sitting perfectly, to be honest, in the room. I was really worried with the box lights. There was going to be a concern with the width of the room and them sticking out too much, but that's just not been the case. That's been able to slot in perfectly. I think these storage units, these storage tubs have been absolutely perfect. To be able to get them more or less half a tub off the ceiling, I think is just spot on. And I'm so happy that I went to Apple yesterday and I bought that Apple shelving. From a third tier or a fourth tier, a fifth tier. It's 5 tiers actually. That's a big guy. So 50 tubs in the garage at all times, stocked to the brim. You can fit a lot of items in there. And then this bookshelf off Facebook Marketplace for $20, and we've been able to get.
And they give away, y'all, they give away bookshelves on Marketplace too. So keep that in mind if you need a bookshelf. They give them away.
Bookshelf. So the bookshelf's safe and the items are safe. So been able to cram a whole lot more than I ever thought. The shipping little area that I've got, my little mail out tray, I had this back at the other place at the door as I was leaving. It's here on the garage door as I'm leaving. I've got my shipping supplies tucked away under there that I'll sort out, I guess, a little later. But for now, I can just tuck it in there. And yeah, that's the room, guys. I reckon I'll be in here for quite a while. And then as I step into the laundry, there is this little room, which is quite handy. It's a bit of a storage room. So I haven't got a lot in here at the moment, but I just want to.
He's got a lot of
paper.
space.
I'm
I'm
just gonna go and get a
jealous.
printer for my desk, but that's going to be good there. And then I've got a heap of different satchels that I've bought as well from Australia Post. So
this is going to be a room that I'm going to be able to house sort of stationary items like this, and I'll probably maybe set myself up with a little I guess tray of shelves there as well that I can pick from. But for now, that's going to be a really handy little room in there, and it's obviously right next to the office as well. We've got a toilet in here as well, so it's really,
Lucky.
really good. Sort of access to everything that you'll need on a daily basis. And then we go to the third
Then he has more
bedroom.
room.
So I would have liked to have been able to get the Apple shelving set up in this room. Basically, it's just going to sit right there where you're going to see 5 high and 5 across, just like downstairs. It's the exact same style shelf. So you can get 25 tubs along that wall, and it's going to go up quite a way. But that'll fill that entire wall. I've got the Ninja Turtles. I love this rug. I haven't been able to sell it, so I'm going to keep it. The Ninja Turtles rug here in this room just makes it look nice. And then I've got all my DVDs, all my individual DVDs, movies and TV shows stacked up on this wall right here as well, which is looking pretty full. But I think with the clothing on this other wall, I don't think I'm going to be able to fill it up with clothing. I don't think I have as much clothing as I thought I did. So there's 8 tubs here already. I think I'm probably going to only be able to fill up with clothes another, I want to say 2, maybe 3. So let's just say 2, that's going to work out to 10 tubs. I've got 15 tubs worth of space that I haven't yet allocated anything for. So we do have some room to play with in this room, which is fantastic. But it's going to be an extra little room that I'm going to be able to fill up, and I'm just really happy to have it.
I've worked at some of the largest retailers on the planet.
Oh,
I think
he's,
they have it figured out, but Shopify really does.
It's
You
all
build a
good to
fully-
say it's nice and neat until you
This
get
move
to
has
working,
definitely
throwing
taken
stuff
a whole lot
around.
longer than I thought it would. We're now on day 3. I thought I'd easily be able to
Day
get it done
3.
within 2 days, but it's just nice to finally be in, and I've got everything across. And apart from setting up this desk with a laptop, I'm pretty much ready to go. It's nice that in the 3rd bedroom upstairs there is that space to still be able to grow, and I haven't even yet put in the storage unit or the little storage shed that I've got planned for my 3x3 out in the garden. And yet all of my stuff from eBay is now over here. So 1,500 items set up and ready to go. I think this room in here is looking great. I don't think I could have optimized the space any better. I do need to do a SKU system. I will be doing a SKU system for the
Yeah,
first couple of
or
weeks
he's not
I'm
going to
in
find
here. I'll just
anything.
slowly chip away at it one by one, one tub at
Yeah.
a time, and just see how many days it takes to do. But I won't put a real stress on it. It'll just be something that I chip away with. But guys, 2 years I've been reselling full time. I started at my parents' place 2 years ago with the thought of just making a YouTube channel and documenting my entire journey for anybody else out there that might want to do the same thing. And I've just had a lot of fun over these 2 years, so much so that it's got me into a position where I've been able to get a house and get my own garage and set up my business in the garage. But from flipping a plush toy for $20 2
Yeah.
years ago to now having everything that you can see here, anything that you set your mind to is completely possible if you just attack it and work really hard for it. And I'm just really thankful that I've got this space to play with, and I'm looking forward to continuing to grow in it, continuing to grow this YouTube channel from it. And who knows what will happen in the next 2 years to come. So thank you very much for being here, guys. Really excited for
See? Turn off. Yeah, he's lucky. But he's been doing it for 2 years, so he knows what he's doing essentially, and that's good. So, but anyway, I wanted to share that because it is, it's important to know where your inventory is, every piece of it. And the only way you can do that, now some people just put it in a tub. I don't do that. If I'm selling a shirt, I fold the shirt up, I put it in a bag, and then I put it in another bag that has the inventory number on it. And then when I sell it, I take it out of that bag, put the inventory, because I'll show you what I do. Hang on. Oh, mercy. Let's see. I've got these labels on the bags. And I have different size bags, and they're not all pink. And see where I marked out the inventory number? And then when I go to put an item in here, then I write the I write the inventory number on it. That way I can reuse these bags and just look for the SKU number. And then that way I can find it. Now, I still lose stuff when I put that bag in the wrong tub. I've got the date, who I'm selling it for. Let's see. I got the date. And I also got an A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, I've got the alphabet right beside the date on here so that it tells me, oh, I've listed 4 items or whatever, you know, that day. And then it's easy for me now. I don't have to, you know, I don't have to think about what number to put on there. And then I've got who I'm selling it for, you know, the initial, and then I've got what tub it's in. So all good, all good. It works for me. I've done this for I don't know how long. And the only time I lose something is when I put it in the wrong bin by accident, not thinking, not paying attention. But anyway, just wanted to share. Just wanted to share. So I'm going to get off here and let you guys get to doing what you're doing. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks. It's the music maestro. Yeah. Thanks a lot.